Welcome back to Med School Radio, bringing you the best in medicine.
106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Let's talk about the thiazide diuretics. Thiazide diuretics are often one of the first-line treatments for hypertension in the United States. Thiazides are sulfur drugs that cause an allergic reaction in patients with a sulfur allergy. These drugs inhibit sodium chloride reabsorption by blocking the sodium chloride symporter in the early distal tubule. Increased sodium excretion can lead to hyponatremia, and increased delivery of sodium to the collecting ducts can lead to hypokalemic metabolic alkalosis. Other effects include hyperglycemia and hyperlipidemia in patients with long-time use. Hyperuricemia is also a relatively common finding which can cause gout. An important distinction between thiazide diuretics and loop diuretics is that thiazide diuretics can lead to hypercalcemia due to decreased urinary calcium excretion, while loop diuretics lose calcium and can lead to hypocalcemia. And now let's discuss the key facts. 1. Early distal tubule, portrayed by the disco tube. The distal convoluted tubule is a portion of the kidney nephron between the loop of Henle and the collecting duct system. Thiazide diuretics inhibit sodium chloride reabsorption from the distal convoluted tubule by blocking the thiazide-sensitive sodium chloride cotransporter. 2. Inhibit sodium chloride reabsorption, portrayed by the tied-up salt shaker and chlorine dispenser. Thiazide diuretics inhibit reabsorption of sodium and chloride ions from the distal convoluted tubules in the kidneys by blocking the sodium chloride symporter. 3. Sulfur drug, depicted by the sulfur match. Thiazide diuretics, including hydrochlorothiazide, contain a sulfonamide chemical moiety and can cause an allergic reaction in patients with a sulfur allergy. 4. Hyperglycemia, depicted by the Hiker glue. Thiazide use is associated with hyperglycemia. One possible mechanism of action is that thiazides are thought to decrease insulin release. Because insulin plays a role in the uptake of glucose from the blood into the cells, decrease in insulin release can cause hyperglycemia. 5. Hyperlipidemia, depicted by the Hiker lips. Thiazide use is associated with hyperlipidemia. One possible mechanism of action is that thiazides are thought to decrease insulin release. Because insulin plays a role in the storage of fats in adipose tissue, decreased insulin release leads to hyperlipidemia. 6. Hypercalcemia, depicted by the Hiker calcified cow. By lowering the sodium concentration within epithelial cells, thiazides increase the activity of the sodium-calcium ATPase on the basolateral membrane to pump more calcium into the interstitium. Therefore, thiazide diuretics increase calcium reabsorption at the distal tubule, leading to hypercalcemia. Because thiazides decrease urinary calcium excretion, they can be useful in the treatment of calcium-containing kidney stones. 7. Hyperuricemia, depicted by the Hiker unicorn. Hyperuricemia is a relatively common finding in patients treated with a loop or thiazide diuretic. These diuretics reduce urate excretion by both directly and indirectly increasing urate reabsorption and decreasing urate secretion. Hyperuricemia may lead to gout. 8. Hyponatremia, depicted by the hippo salt shaker. Because thiazide diuretics block reabsorption of sodium in the distal convoluted tubule, thiazide use can lead to hyponatremia. And 9. Hypokalemic metabolic alkalosis, depicted by the hippo banana metal ball elk loser. Increased delivery of sodium to the collecting ducts causes increased cellular uptake of sodium from the lumen by apical epithelial sodium channels, which causes the basolateral sodium-potassium exchanger to more actively exchange sodium for potassium, resulting in potassium loss. The increased delivery of potassium to the collecting ducts also facilitates the exchange of potassium for hydrogen by the hydrogen-potassium exchanged on the intercalated alpha cells, resulting in loss of hydrogen causing a metabolic alkalosis. Further loss of potassium is also stimulated by activation of the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system.
Well, I know it's kinda late, hope I didn't wake you, but what I've got to say can't wait. I know you'd understand. Every time I tried to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I have to say I love you in a song. Yeah, I know it's kind of strange. Every time I'm near you, I just run out of things to say. I know you'd understand. Every time I tried to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I'll have to say I love you in a song. Something that I just gotta say. I know you'd understand. Every time I tried to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I have to say